Mainly this review is about the exhaust on this car. When we put it in race mode, little banter between friends. What's up, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to this POV review by AutoTopNL. My name is Max, and today we are driving the 7.5 Golf R. So the facelifted model. We have driven it before, so click up here for the POV review. Mainly this review is about the exhaust on this car, because this Golf R has the optional Akrapovic exhaust, which is in the Netherlands a €3,500 option. It's an exhaust developed together with Volkswagen by Akrapovic, and you can just, select it on the option list. It's made from titanium, so it's 7 kilos lighter than the regular exhaust, and well, it sounds a lot better than stock. A lot. It's a lot louder. It's also got these perforated end tailpipes. Really cool. It's a gold car, so very shouty, sort of. Very cool color. I don't know the name of the color actually, but it is very cool. What else? A lot of black accents, some carbon fiber mirror caps. We've also got these really cool 19-inch wheels and the performance brakes, because this car has the performance package. These brakes are actually 2 kilos lighter than the normal ones, so that's unsprung weight, also very important. What else? Well, you might wonder why our own M135i is here. We just went with it. It sort of just happened. We were with two cars, and we thought, well, why not do them together and sort of compare the two, because this is sort of the 4-motion all-wheel drive, dual clutch gearbox, sort of PlayStation-y feel. Doesn't really, not really engaging, but it is really fast. And against this one, which is sort of old school, rear-wheel drive, 6-cylinder, and of course we've got that Armytrix exhaust on it. Little side note / disclaimer: this car does have a decat downpipe, which this obviously doesn't have, so this is going to be a lot louder. But still, it's fun to compare the two, because it's a really it's a very different approach to sort of the same thing. And because this car is loaded with options, I know that this is really not important to most of you, but just to give it some perspective, this car costs €55,000 in the Netherlands. Just bare, no options. And this car costs over 77, so that's more than €22,000 in options. So this car is a bit more expensive than this one, or the current one is the M140i. But if you go for something like this, you could also go for an M140i. So that's why we decided to sort of do them together. I'll drive this one first, and then we'll get into that one. All right, so when we put it in race mode, which it already is, to close the door. Alrighty, so you get some crackles, and you get a big crackle on the upshift as well, which is really loud. Bye-bye. Which is cool. I mean, it's sort of, yeah, that is loud, and it's cool because it adds a little bit of excitement to an otherwise pretty, straightforward car. But because we have the performance package, as I said, you get bigger brakes, race top speed to 267, I believe it is, for the hatchback. I mean, those are some loud bangs, but as I was saying, performance package, which means we have the race top speed, hatchback 267, but if you have the station version, so the variant, something like that, that top speed is 270. You can also get it with a manual. We've got a DSG, which means that this car does 0 to 100 kilometers an hour in 4.6 seconds, which is rather quick. Manual does it in 5.1. And that's not just because the DSG is way quicker than any human can shift. It's also because the DSG gearbox has 400 Newton meters, or the Golf R with DSG has 400 Newton meters, and with the manual that is limited to 380. So you actually get 20 Newton meters more if you go for the DSG. But the main sort of goal of this review is to compare the two different approaches to the same car. And let's talk about why the Golf R is so popular, why it is a great car, and why so many people love it. Is because it is so usable and so easy to drive. It is so practical, and it's just ridiculously fast. And the fact that you can use it under any circumstances, I mean, in the rain, in the snow, whatever, you've always got that 4Motion with that Haldex differential in the middle, which means that you just able to use that power all of the time. Not a crackle. Yes. But there are sort of two sides to that story, because it is so usable, because it is so practical, because it is so safe, and it has four-wheel drive, and because it's a four-cylinder. There is something missing. I always find that when I drive a Golf R, that it's a great car to daily drive. It's a great fast car to daily drive. It is comfortable, but you're always missing something. I'm always missing an edge, something exciting, and I think that exhaust fixes that problem only partly. It does add some excitement, and the sound of a Golf R is not that impressive, which it sort of becomes with this exhaust, because if I do a launch control right here, alright, this one in sport, yep, okay, I'll open the windows a bit so you can hear this ridiculous sound in launch control. I mean, that is crazy loud, and that is very cool, and that is what I meant last time when I said that it's just missing some excitement. This really does add that. So if I was looking at something like a Golf R, I would definitely go for this exhaust if I would buy one. I know it's super expensive, but it really transforms this car into sort of a muted hot hatch that can do anything, to a hot hatch that can do anything, including sound, which I think is important in cars like this. So, having checked out the Golf R, we will take a look at the M135i and how it compares. so let's get in the other one and see what's what and why we bought this one instead of that one.
Should I follow you or?
Yeah, just follow me. We'll take it to the Autobahn and then we'll switch halfway.
You want me in front or back?
Do you think you can be in the front? A little banter between friends. All right, so I know that you're now thinking, well, of course he's going to like the car they bought better than the other one, because we could also have gone for a Golf R, but this has a 6-cylinder with 320 horsepower and rear wheel drive. So let's open the exhaust and the roof. And there are, as I said, there are two sides to both cars. The Golf R might be, you know, a bit more safe than this one, but it is more usable in wet conditions than this one is. Because this one in the rain, it's on Michelin Pilot Super Sports. I mean, there's not a lot of grip. Sport Plus. Oh yes. And another thing that is very noticeable if you drive them back to back, the seating position in this car is much lower than that one. And you know, again, it's about driving. This car is more about driving fun, about just having fun. And in being that, it sort of also loses part of the daily usability that a Golf R has, which I think is very appealing, the daily usability of a Golf R. And especially with that exhaust, I think that, you know, it now is a serious competitor to this car. And of course you could also go for an X-Drive version of the M140i, and that would kind of solve everything. But that is more expensive than a Golf R. That's another problem he doesn't have. He is much quicker through the turns, because if I go at it too fast, my rear end is a bit loose, and his will never be. So sound-wise, of course, we've got that decat downpipe, so that's not really fair to compare them. But even without a decat downpipe, this will sound, you know, like a 6-cylinder against the 4-cylinder. So I think that is a point for this car. I think daily usability, the Golf R wins it. And I'm very curious to know how you feel. What do you guys think about what I just said? Do you agree? Do you disagree? If you disagree, tell us why in the comments. I would love to hear or read what you guys think. And we'll take it on the Autobahn. I will turn on the GoPro when we get on it, so you guys can see the speed. Alright, here we go. Performance wise, they are actually quite similar. I'm full throttle, he's full throttle, and it sort of stays the same, the gap. I think at higher speeds comes down to how you are going to use your car. I mean, obviously we were going to do some cool stuff with ours, so we wanted a rear-wheel drive car, we wanted a 6-cylinder, we wanted an M135i. But if you are going to just daily your car and just want a fast car you can drive every day, I think the Golf R would be a very nice alternative. And I wouldn't have said that before it got that exhaust, because before I thought it was just a bit too muted. And now it's a lot more fun. Alright, we're going to switch here so I can drive the Golf on the Autobahn as well. But performance wise, as you could see, there's not much between the two, which is kind of cool. So we'll switch here, and let me just show you the upgrade we did recently. So I've been cheating a bit because our car actually has this new Armyspeed carbon fiber air intake kit, which is pretty freaking awesome. Don't you agree? Just wanted to show you guys.
Was it faster?
It was really close. I think at higher speeds that one has a bit more breath, a bit longer breath, but acceleration wise they were pretty much the same.
Does have a high top speed.
Yeah.
Test it.
Yeah. Alright, getting in the Golf R after the M135i. Seating position, as I said, you really have to get used to that. Alright, here we go. Here we go. No, okay, we're going to wait. Apparently. Oh. Alright. There we go, full throttle onto the German Autobahn. So sound wise you definitely get that Akrapovic sound in here with that upshift crackle. Always very happy to have the best brakes possible when you do an Autobahn run, which this one has. Alright, let's see what happens now. This is actually more comfortable than that one. So this is about the top speed of the BMW. And now you can see that I am closing the gap. And this is my top speed. But I am actually closing in. And I would overtake him if we would have a third lane. Here we go, let's get it! Woo! So that is the top speed, 269, something like that. It's just really fun to compare the cars like this, to drive them back to back, to see what you like, what you don't like, and to do a little Autobahn run to check out how they compare performance wise. Yeah, it's actually a lot of fun. So I hope you enjoyed this video. I certainly enjoyed making it. You can subscribe by clicking the button in the middle. You can also check out this POV review. And you can also check out this POV reviews playlist. Thanks guys, I'm going to end it with a little flyby from our BMW.